Hi, this is Linda with Sermonette on the Mount, Occam that is. Today I want to speak to you about a scripture that I read. Well, actually, I did read it eventually, but people quote it a lot. They say things like, we're going to do greater things than Jesus did. And there's a scripture that says, greater things will you do. And let me read that to you because we need to get some information and some discernment on this passage. It's in John 14:12. John 14:12, it says, Verily, verily, I say to you, he that believes on me, the works that I do shall you do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. A lot of people look at that scripture and say, we're going to do greater things than Jesus. Well, I got to ask you a question. Have you risen 5 people from the dead lately? The scripture is very, I guess it's not clear, because when we read that scripture, we're thinking we're going to raise people from the dead. We're going to do wild and crazy things. Let me tell you something. Jesus did everything that was going to happen on this planet. Matter of fact, there's a scripture, and it's in John 21:25. It says that there's not enough books to contain all that Jesus did. So we have to look at that scripture a little differently, because when was the last time you laid hands on somebody? At least 5 people. Over more than what Jesus, I think he did maybe hundreds. So more than what Jesus did, have you laid hands on people and they've recovered from their sickness? How about people that are lame or deaf or blind? Have you done 15 of those people? See, we're talking about more than what Jesus did. We can never do more than what Jesus did. He did it all. It is finished. He did it all. What it's saying is this. Jesus lived 3 years. We're living 40, 50, 60 years. That's the more. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to be able to pray for more people because I have more time. See, this is a complete different thought process than people saying, we're going to do more than what Jesus did. I want you to stop and think about that. What more are you talking about when you say we're going to do more? I look at it this way, and it's very freeing, because I'll tell you what, it can bring condemnation to somebody who's thinking they're not doing more than Jesus did. No, just being alive and well on this planet Earth, surviving life is more. The time we have is the more we're talking about here. Don't get confused with or get mad at yourself because you're not doing everything Jesus did. I mean, he's the Son of God. Are you the Son of God? Well, we're the sons and daughters of God, but not the only begotten Son of God. The only begotten Son of God. I mean, when's the last time you had a weather storm come through and you said, peace be still? I don't think so. maybe though, maybe. I mean, I could be talking to somebody who has, I've seen him do these things, but you're not going to do more than Jesus ever did. Because again, the books have not contained everything Jesus did. Look at John 21:25. Let's look at that real quick. John 21:25. Let the scriptures do the walking and the talking. John 21:25. And there are also many other things which Jesus did, which if they should be written, everyone, I suppose that not even the world itself could contain the books that should be written. You can never do more than what Jesus did. I think that's going to free somebody here. You're going to get out from under that I'm not doing enough mentality. Just living, waking up in the morning and saying, Lord, you've given me another day to breathe. That's more. Jesus didn't have another breath to breathe. He died in 3 years after he started his ministry. How long have you been in ministry working with people? 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 5 years? Way longer than what Jesus did on the earth. See how I say more than what Jesus did? That's what we're talking about. We're talking about time. We're talking about living longer on the planet to do more things with our life. I hope that makes sense to somebody. I know it's just a real simple little insight, but I really wanted to cut to the chase. Because if you think about things, gosh, when's the last time you walked on water? Oh my goodness sakes. You see how simple the scripture is? I look at everything with just the natural person. I'm looking at it. It's making sense, common sense. And the Bible tells us to rightly divide the word of truth. Well, I'm rightly dividing it going, no, that's not what it's saying. We need to be Berean and study the scripture. It says to prove yourselves by studying the scripture. So I hope that somebody got a hold of this little message and stopped getting mad at yourself for not doing enough. Jesus did enough. He did it all. Whether you get up in the morning or not, he did it all. Whether you reached 55 people for the Lord this week, he did more. No matter how much you do, Jesus did more. So let's get off our horse. Let's stand on even ground with everybody else and walk alongside the Lord, doing all we can do in that day, and not think about how much we're supposed to be doing. You will never outdo Jesus Christ. So I just want to give you some peace there and some freedom that he is greater. You can't it's easy to say it. You can't outdo Jesus. Well, I just wanted to give you a few minutes of that insight. I hope that really penetrated your heart today. Well, God bless you, and we will talk to you again next time.